Hey guys, it's Fire Chula here, aka the Real Dragon Eye, coming to you with the second half of the last video that I posted. Explain the whole reason why I was MIA from YouTube for such a long time, and I'm about to give you the second half of what happened to me when I was at the Dream Center. So here it goes. Where did I leave off? Oh, when I graduated from first phase to second phase, things weren't how people made it out to be. Like, they said, oh, when you're second phase, you have more freedom because you don't have to go to classes. You have, like, I want to say two or three classes, and that's it. And then the rest of the time you do your ministry work. Well, I got tired of people still thinking that I'm first phase when I'm really second phase. It got so irritating to the point where I wanted to cuss somebody out. Like, how can they not acknowledge the fact that I graduated to second phase with honors and they want to, like, all of a sudden, like, catch me off guard, say, oh, what are you doing? I'm like, second phase. So, with that being said, that started pushing me to the limit. Like, I'm like, ugh. On top of that, like, I was getting overly exhausted from working at the thrift store. Like, my depression was hitting me. And then, here's where the worst part comes in. The food that's cooked at the Dream Center, I'm going to be honest with you guys, is terrible. And this is where it gets kind of crazy because, granted, all the food that comes to the Dream Center is all by donations, of course, but it is high in salt, high in sugar. It is almost like when they cook the food, they want you to die of a damn sodium overdose. And some of the people that they have cooking in there, because most of the people that do cook in there are, same people that stay at the center. And some of them don't have cooking skills worth crap. Because I will be honest with you, I suffered food poisoning 3 times in a row. Because one, they made chicken once, and it wasn't even fully cooked. It was still pink. And they even made, what was it? It was like some type of meat. It was like 3 different meats that were cooked together, and you don't do that. That is cross-contamination to boot. And everything was also so salted down. It was so gross. And I'm like, I had to get to the point where it was either me cussing them out, telling them we're not in prison, so learn to cook the food right. Or I was just going to start going to the Ranch Market, which was a Mexican grocery store that was literally right behind the center. I was going to just start buying my own food. And for a while, that's what I started doing. Because I couldn't stand the food. I was getting sick. And they kept on making it sound like, oh, well, how come you got sick and nobody else? I'm like, oh, let me see here. They're probably used to this crap. Because they've been in prison. God knows what they cook in there. So it's like, with me, I went to culinary school. Yes, granted, I do have food allergies. So, yeah, I got sick. And I know how meats and certain foods are supposed to be cooked properly. So, I got sick. And they flat out refused to take me to, like, they tried to get me to the urgent care, but they wouldn't even take me to the hospital when urgent care was closed. So, I took it upon myself. I'm like, I'm just fed up with this place. Like, if I stay here any longer, I'm going to get more sick. They don't even care. all they care about is just running you down to the point where you're not yourself. And I just got tired of being judged. Like, I'm just a normal person. And they were always like trying to make it out, saying like, oh, you drink, you do this, do that. I'm like, no, I don't. And I got tired of it. And on top of that, there's a lot of bullying that went down over there. And I was basically put in the middle of it. I got bullied while I was there. And I'm the type of person, I do not put up with it. You try to bully me, I will come back at you tenfold. Because I'm too old for that crap. I find it very childish and immature. And the people that were doing this mess, they were like way older than me, like in their 40s, 50s, acting like they're teenagers. So it's like, I got sick of it. So I left the center. I got all my clothes, all my stuff, packed it up, hitched a ride over to Payson, stayed over at the Hope House, which is like a little transitional living place. But the owner of the place told me I could stay there since I never did know drugs or alcohol, never had a substance abuse problem. So because it was snowing and it was cold, he told me I could stay there until I got back on my feet and decide what I was going to do. So I did that, and later down the road, like, I reached out to somebody that's known me for 10 years. And that's my true love, Julio Ramos. And he wanted me to come back out here to North Carolina, because he told me he'd be there for me and he'd help me with everything, and that's what I did, and that's where I'm at now. So that's basically all that's been keeping me from YouTube. And on a short note, I'm doing a lot better now. I'm a lot more healthier. I've actually lost more weight since I've been away from Arizona and the Dream Center, Church on the Street. I've started doing more healthy cleansing smoothies and stuff like that, which I'll kind of show you what I use like in another video. And I've already done like a bunch of ordering on Wish, so a bunch of my stuff that I've already ordered will be here sometime within the next week or two, and also towards the end of the month. So when that stuff comes in, I'll do a tutorial video showing off that stuff, and that's probably about it. But I guess one plus note I can really say that I can leave you guys with is I did finally get my dog back from my mom's place, and he's with me now. So you guys will be seeing Chico in my future videos, but I'm gonna leave this video at that so I can start working on some more content. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please hit the like button. Leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for future videos for me to do. And if you have ever gone through this same kind of like similar situation that I went through, whether it be at a different place or different, state, country, whatever, please feel free to share with me. I'm always good about listening. I love to hear about other people's experiences. And I just love you guys. Thank you for supporting my channel. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And I look forward to sharing more content with you guys. So with that being said, have a fabulous day, everyone. And besos.